It's the city of soul, where the streets got flair. From the French Quarter beats to the Bayou air. This is more than a channel, it's a whole mood. We're digging through the dark with a southern attitude. We bring light to the cases that the world forgot. From cold files to the headlines that stay too hot. No gossip, no cap, just a hard detail. And we telling it straight, never water in the tail. Like, comment, subscribe, come back again. It's MOCA and the bells where the real begins. True crime stories, every fact on track. If you ready for the truth, we gon' bring it all back. Hit that bell, turn it up, let the story unfold. Justice for the voiceless, brave and bold. From the city of jazz to the silence that fell, we speak for the lost, it's no labels. We ain't here to sensationalize pain. We here to remember every face, every name. Victims, survivors, and families too. We highlight the facts and the pain they knew. We don't drag folks for views, that's dead. But we will drag the system for leaving us misled. We walk with respect, but we walk with fire. Cause covering the truth is our only desire. They want silence, but we bring in a sound. Digging through the lies till the truth is found. To my members and supporters, y'all fuel this flame. Every share, every view keeps heat on the name. This ain't just content, it's real life pain. So we tell it with care while exposing the game. If you rockin' with us, then you part of the fight. We the NOLA bells and we shedding that light. Like, comment, subscribe, come back again. It's MOCA and the bells where the real begins. True crime stories, every fact on track. If you ready for the truth, we gon' bring it all back. Hit that bell, turn it up, let the story unfold. Justice for the voiceless, brave and bold. From the city of jazz to the silence that fell, we speak for the lost, it's no label. I step in with the facts, never needed a script. Digging deeper in the case, every file get flipped. From the mugshots to courtrooms, I'm peeping the flaws. Ain't no justice if the system keep bending the laws. We don't chase clicks, we chase the truth. Whether it's a cold case or a missing youth, I'm the voice they forgot when the cameras left. Bringing light to the names that deserve respect. So if you down for the truth, come stand in the storm. We bring heat to the cold and we break the norm. MOCA got the torch and I got her back. Two bells in the booth on adjust these tracks. This is for the silence, the missing, the misjudged. We don't just tell stories, we honor them. Welcome that the smoke and I know the bells. Delve in the booth from dress to shrek.
Where the fuck she at? Say it loud! NaZiyah.
MOCA and the NOLA bells just pulled up. Big body bitches, Roxy, Annette, Shannon, Marquita. Where the fuck is NaZiyah? Hey, where NaZiyah? That baby was 13. Told her teacher I need to talk, then dipped off the scene. Sick on the floor, y'all ain't even blink. Now she gone and we demand a link.
Where the fuck she?
She cried for help,
So sad.
y'all played it small. Whole system call, y'all let that girl fall. CPS fake,
That's fake.
the school ain't care. Called y'all up, nobody was there.
We see.
Now she missing, now y'all press. She been dying inside while y'all just guessed. You failed her, Jarvis locked, lock 'em all up. That's just a start, he know the dirt, he played a part. Shannon, sis, that's still your blood. You sat back till her time was up. Annette, Roxy, Marquita too, y'all moving funny. 4 fat bitches equal dummy. All them calls, all them signs, but y'all kept capping, all of y'all getting time. Annette, you mean spiteful witch? Let that baby suffer with a known-ass pedophile, bitch. Who's that? Nah, Marquita, y'all slow-head twins look like pain, bitch. This ain't never gonna end. Y'all cap real bad, posting online. What did y'all do? What did she say to you? No, because I need to talk. That's all she said, nobody did shit. Left school and that was it. Not saying you did it, but y'all ain't innocent. Where the fuck she at? MOCA's NOLA bells, we ain't finished. Roxy popped up, bitch, sit down. Like she been fan, wanted to be seen. GoFundMe's below.
Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Nope, it's Thursday. Happy. That's how lost I am. Happy Thursday, guys. I was late setting up that live. I had a busy day today. Then I almost forgot. I'm like, Jesus, I told them I would be back today. So here I am. Don't know how long we're going to be here, but we are here nonetheless. And I welcome each and every one of you to another episode. We're just wondering, where's NaZiyah? That's it. That's all. And again, welcome everybody. Here, all opinions matter. All opinions are respected. No big eyes, no little U's. We are all here on the same accord, seeking justice for our baby girl. And tonight, before we even get started, I'm going to rebuke that devil before we move forward. Because, baby, last night he came in here like a whirlwind. But we good. I'm trusting and believing. Tonight we're good. Hey, Christian, welcome, sis. Hope you're keeping cool. You're keeping dad and mom healthy and blessed. Of course I am. Of course I am. Christian, you're so thoughtful. Yes, ma'am, that weather has switched up. It's 90 degrees out there. Christian says, I hope everyone is drinking the water and staying hydrated. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe, tell a friend. Yes, indeed. For those of you who have not yet hit that like button, please do so. Truly appreciate that. Hey, Sister Living Live. Sister Dr. J. Hey, boo. Hi, Kimberly Earls. Welcome, my love. Christian says, my grandson tells me Wednesday is hump day and Thursday is fun day. Believe him. Hey, Sandra Doctor, welcome, my love. Hope everyone had a blessed day. Yes, indeed. And I hope you did too, my love. Hey, April, welcome, sweetheart. Welcome. One love. Hey, beautiful. Oh, you're on your night shift. Thank you for checking in, boo. Thank you for checking in, one love. Appreciate that. Hey, Ray. Hope all is well. Hi, India. Welcome, boo. Welcome. Just Mona. Hey, beautiful. Hey, Yakia. Welcome, my love. Anonymous. Welcome. Hey, sis, Miss Sean B. Hope you had a lovely day. Hey, Denise. How are you, my love? How are you? Hey, honey gangster. Welcome, boo. Miss HP is up in here. Hey, beautiful, where you been? Girl, I miss you so much. I hope everybody's doing well. I miss you. We miss you. Hey, Miss Olivia, welcome, my love. Look at my girl, Bertha. Bertha says, MOCA, I'm back. Welcome back, Bertha. Welcome back. We miss you too. Oh, it's so good to see HP up in here. Hey, Tracy Allen, welcome, my love. Hi, Dr. JD, welcome. Kalia, hey, my love. Welcome. Hey, Shauna, how are you? Hey, PJ, welcome, boo, welcome. Hi, Valerie. Hey, Gina, welcome. Hi, Denise. Hi, Auntie Novi, welcome. Hi, Shani, welcome, boo. Hi, Spiritual Butterfly, welcome to the chat, my love. Yes, Dr. J, we rebuking Satan in the powerful name of Jesus tonight. We definitely are. Look at podcasts. Thank you so much, my love, for that super sticker. Hey, Jernelle, welcome to the chat. Oh, man, Jernelle said, I'm so tired. Oh Lord, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Hey Keisha, welcome, my love. Welcome. Yes, anonymous angel, return to sender with all love and light. The devil is a lie. Jernelle says the focus is no longer on NaZiyah. And that's heartbreaking. And I don't know why it's not no longer on NaZiyah. Everybody's here for the same reason, on the same cause. It's all about NaZiyah. Hi, Carla. Welcome, boo. Carla, I hope all is well. You've been missing too. Hi, Shrell. Happy Thursday, my love. Hey, Essie. Welcome, sis. Welcome. Denise, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for asking. I'm a little bit drained, but I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. Hey, Deidre, welcome, sister. Kimberly, welcome, my love. Welcome. Hey, Passion B, welcome, sis. Sunshine Shan, hey, baby. Hey, Milky Way girl. Look a podcast. That's my girl. Hey, Tuda. Tuda said I came with that damn Tuda will feed us every night. You hear what I'm saying? Tuda said I came with the devil eggs and the baked beans. Cool girl sister, hey boo. Let's get back to business tonight. Cool girl sister, business baby. We was look at my hey Reba. Sister Reba, what you did? You changed your you got a new thing, a new name? Because I'm looking for your wrench and don't see it. Hey Miss Minnie, welcome. Thank you again, podcast, for that super chat, my love. Anonymous Angel says we keep it lit for NaZiyah here, and we do. We do. We do. That damn podcast, I tell you. Carla says, I've missed you guys. I'm here to catch up and send good wishes for NaZiyah to be found and properly laid to rest. Carla, we here for NaZiyah. I'm on another device. Can you? Yep, I sure can, sister. I had to ask the question. I was wondering, like, nah, that Reba, why Reba looking like that? Let me find you, sis. We got you, sister. Cool girl sister says it's all about finding out where this baby at. Let's go. And that's what it's all about. It's all about where's NaZiyah? Where is NaZiyah? That's my only focus. That's my only mission. And honestly, that's all that matters to me. Where is NaZiyah? Let me find my sis right here and hook her up. Sylvia, thank you, my love. Thank you so very much for that super sticker. All right. All right, sister, we got you. We got you, sis. We got you, sister. We got you. All right, there we go. Kalia said, devil eggs and baked beans sounds good right about now. I got the ribs in the oven. Man, we got a whole meal going on up in here. That's right. Let's see. Look at my sister. Finna roll up. Finna roll up. Mm-hmm. Guys, last night, hey, Dale, welcome, boo. Last night, we had an awesome chat. Hey, Jasmine, welcome, boo. We had an awesome time in here. We really did. Everyone Every one of you guys, every one of you guys, you show so much passion. You guys have so many comments, so many questions, and your passion for NaZiyah is just as deeply felt as mine is. And that's what brings us together. Unavailable, hey baby, welcome. That's what brings us together here, y'all. You know, and last night we were on, you know, the roles that was played in her disappearance, and the people, you know, that played the roles in her disappearance. And I have a problem with that. Lord, Miss Minnie said, y'all got the baked beans and deviled eggs and the ribs. I'm bringing mac and cheese, cabbage, and rolls. Well, God damn. We're eating up in here, up in here, up in here, up in here. My sister Bertha, I appreciate that. Appreciate that cash out, my love. Hey, Top Flight, welcome, sister. Last night was awesome, guys. Last night was awesome. You know, and to piggyback off of last night, it's hurtful to know that so many people is involved in the disappearance of this baby, and no one wants to stand in their truth, own their shit, and for the love of God, give justice to this baby, regardless of where she may be. Regardless of where she may be, we deserve, she deserves to be found out. She deserves to be found out. I do believe that we touched on some points last night, and we uncovered a lot of things, a lot of important things. And when we touched on a lot of these important things, it disturbed a lot of people. But it makes no never mind to me, ever. Hey, Erlene, welcome, my love. It makes no never mind to me who's disturbed. It makes no never mind to me who's bothered, right? Because at the end of the day, I'm not here for the church. I'm not here for Annette. I'm not here for Shannon nor Marquita, and I'm damn sure not here for Drake. I'm here for NaZiyah. I am here for NaZiyah. NaZiyah right now don't have a voice. And as long as I have breath, I will continue to be that voice for NaZiyah. Hey, Miss O, welcome, my love. And the sad part in all of this, and that's what makes me continue to talk about the Shannons, the Annettes, the Marquitas of the world. Because you people, you three, you were the three primary people whose care she was under. There's no way NaZiyah should have slipped through the cracks like that. And that was putting it mildly, because we know she didn't slip through no cracks. Because you know good women, you know good sad ass women, the three of you know good ass women. Together, y'all couldn't love her enough to protect her. Together, y'all couldn't love her enough to save her. And I have a problem with that. I have a serious problem with that. But then y'all want to become defensive. Y'all want to become defensive because y'all have a problem with what the people have to say. Doesn't make a difference to me one way or another how defensive you three become, because y'all ain't shit. Y'all should have became defensive. Hey, Bridget, welcome, my love. Y'all should have became defensive when y'all allowed these grown men to play with a baby. And Annette, as old as you are, you should be ashamed. Hell ain't hot enough for you, Annette, because you set her up. You set her up. Tudor said that's because they're only blaming Jarvis. Yes, he committed a crime, but the first failure to this child was in that house before Jarvis was ever involved. Tudor, that part. I'm not taking nothing away from Jarvis. I'm not saying Jarvis is innocent in none of this, and I don't want nobody to take the words that I speak and say that I'm excusing Jarvis. No way, no how. I would never. Jarvis is a monster. Jarvis is trash. Hey, Jazzy, welcome, my love. Jarvis is trash. I will never, ever, ever excuse his behavior. But if we're going to be fair and if we're going to be honest, what went on with NaZiyah in that household started long before Jarvis hit the scene. Jarvis just got comfortable. Ain't no nonsense. Welcome, boo. Jarvis just got comfortable. And the only reason Jarvis got comfortable is because they allowed him to be comfortable. They allowed him to be comfortable. Right? And they allowed him to be comfortable because they were comfortable. Birds of a feather. Birds of a feather. Jarvis knew who he was as a person. But then when Jarvis linked up with that family showed Jarvis who they were as people. So now here they all got something in common. Jarvis is a pedo on paper. That family is a bunch of pedos. The family is a bunch of pedos in secret. So, I have a problem with that. I have a serious problem with that because that family, they live to do the most and then they want to sweep it under the rug. No, this is not how this works. NaZiyah was human. NaZiyah is human. Y'all may not want her to be y'all niece, y'all granddaughter, or your child. But NaZiyah belongs to us. We love her. You showed her. For all the years she's been in your care, Annette, that you didn't love her one way or another. But now you have a problem. You have a problem with us because y'all failed her. Don't get mad at us because y'all failed her. Get mad at your damn self because, Annette, you could never be a woman. Being nasty, you got that down pat, ma'am. Exploiting children, you have that down pat as well, Annette. Got men laying up. Hey, Paula, welcome, sis. Got these young girls laying up with old ass men, Annette, for monetary gain. Annette, you ain't shit. You ain't shit. You ain't shit. Because this is insane. This is truly insane. Cool Girl Sister says, MOCA, they all need to stay off people's panels if the truth can't be told. Tired of that bull they keep trying to do. And I got the damn ribs and potato salad. That's all. Cool Girl Sisters, you own it. You own it. Podcast says, I guess I'll bring the rum and punch and some bottles of wine and some stuffed jalapenos and napkins and cups. Well, goddamn, we got a whole Memorial Day weekend up in here in honor of NaZiyah. Hey, Miss Parker, what's going on, sister? Look at Dr. J showing up. Dr. J says, thank you for the gifted memberships. Love you, sis. Anonymous Angel says, this is sick. How people know what happened and no one is talking. That's the sad part. Anonymous Angel, that's the sad part. To know that they know and they rather sit there in that shit knowing that baby's somewhere hurting, scared, but yet you love her. Yet that's your baby. Yet NaZiyah and I, now this is Annette. NaZiyah and I have a beautiful relationship. NaZiyah could have come to me and spoke to me about anything. Annette, if you don't stop those damn lies, the lies you tell, Annette, because if NaZiyah was able to come to you and speak to you about anything, we wouldn't be having this conversation today. And that goes for you too, Marquita. If NaZiyah was your baby, like you want the world to believe she was your baby, we wouldn't be having this conversation today. All this lying you ladies are doing, you need your asses kicked, because this is not normal behavior. This is not normal behavior. Not when it comes to one of your own. Definitely not when it comes to one of your own. NYC girl. Hey, Capricorn Chronicles, welcome. Not when it comes to one of your own. Christian says, every single family member, school, police, friends, and everyone else who even knew NaZiyah. And what's really disgusting is NaZiyah didn't have a chance at life. NaZiyah could have been so much in this world, and they robbed her of that. They took it from her. They don't know what she could have been. They don't know what she could have not been. But they didn't give her a chance. They robbed her of it. But yet, they want me to believe what they say. Ain't shit they could say to me. You want to talk to somebody, go talk to God. And let him purge your gut and twist your damn tongue and make you tell the truth as to where that baby is. How do y'all sleep at night, knowing that y'all had a hand in all of this? How do y'all sleep at night, knowing y'all had a hand in this? Nobody's excluded. Annette, you were there. Shannon, you were there. Marquita, I don't give a damn how much you want us to believe that you were not there. And even if you weren't there, I'm not going to put you there, but I believe you were there. But since you want YouTube to believe that you were not there, your ass is guilty by association, because Shannon tells you everything. Shannon tells you everything. So you knew. And even if she didn't tell you what happened that night, even if she didn't tell you that night, right? Even if Shannon didn't tell you that night, Marquita, you knew the life you lived. Be careful, Miss Parker. Be careful. Hey, Steffi Jean, welcome. Even if she didn't tell you that night, Marquita, you lived with them. You're a sibling. You know what goes on in Annette's house on a daily basis. Let's not forget, you was raised in that filth. So there's no story you could come to me and say, ma'am, that makes me believe. Don't ever make me believe that you don't know. You know. Mika, give Ellie kisses for me. Anonymous Angel says they don't have any clue what true love is. They don't, Anonymous. They have no clue. Cool Girl Sister says, MOCA, that baby is alive. Even I had a dream of her saying, don't stop. See what I'm saying, Cool Girl Sisters? NaZiyah's energy. Look at my girl, Queen Spirit. Hey, sister. Lord, she come in here, Lord, with the white grapes of rock. Good Lord, and jambalaya. Damn. Y'all is on it. Thank you, Mika. Look, she kissing her now. Oh. Child, Ellie's a little Nola Bell. I'm going to have to get Ellie a shirt. This is crazy, but they want us to believe them. Tudor says, Annette talking about I can't eat, I can't sleep. Lady, go to hell. You've been doing a lot of damn sleeping and comfortably. Tudor, that part. All this damn time. It's going to be 3 years. And these bitches still ain't come out here with an answer for the people. Sabrina, hey, my love. Hey, Chandra, welcome, boo. Neil, welcome, my love. All of this time. And you want to come out here and bullshit the people. No, 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 no. Your days of trying to bullshit people and have a pity party, that's over with. In my book, it's been over with a long time ago. Y'all wait all this time to now y'all want to show face. And then when you show face, that's all you got. You could have kept that shit. Could have kept it. NaZiyah deserved more. She deserved more. And you people received benefits for that baby. You didn't. You gave her the less. You gave her the least that a child could ever receive from somebody that claimed to love them. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Anonymous Angel says, I keep thinking of that damn video when NaZiyah was dancing and that man was behind her. Sick bastard. Anonymous Angel. God knows where to put certain people. God knows where to put certain people. Because my passion is so deep for this baby. I couldn't live in Detroit. By now, I would have been locked up for many reasons. For many reasons. For having a voice is one. And for not stopping looking for her, that would have been another one. For calling out the corruptions, that would have been on the agenda. Hey, LaTanya, welcome, my love. I couldn't be in Detroit. I have too much mouth. I have too much will. I have too much care. And it starts in Annette's home. And then when you leave Annette's home, don't forget to stop downtown where the politicians all sit around the big brown table and discuss the corruption. And then when you leave downtown, then you have to stop at the church because that's where it all ends. It all ends at that church. See, I couldn't be in Detroit. Could not. Tammy says you have the biggest group of bells having your back for real. And Tammy, I appreciate that, baby. I love my supporters. I love them for loving me. I love them for loving NaZiyah. That's right, just Mona. Jarvis got too damn comfortable. Jarvis got too comfortable. Cool Girl Sister says, MOCA, there was no love for that child. And all she ever wanted was love. She was dealt a bad hand. And that's the fucked up part. She was dealt a bad hand. And not one adult around that baby thought enough, cared enough, loved enough to switch out the fucking deck. Not one. Hey, Betty Bless, welcome, my love. I don't care what they say or think or feel. But just like I make no excuses for Lady, I make no excuses for not one of those men that's in Annette's family. Not one. And the reason I can't make excuses for them, whether it be her sons, her uncles, her brothers, or cousins, I would not make excuses for none of these men because they know Annette. They know Annette. Hey, Rena B, welcome, my love. All these so-say men know Annette. They know her background. They know her history. They know what she's capable of. But yet, they did absolutely nothing. They allowed it to happen. They knew it was a possibility that something would take place. They knew something was taking place when Vari ran away. They knew something had taken place years before when NaZiyah and Vari's mother ran away. They knew. But they were raised with the mentality, don't talk shit up out of my house. See something, do nothing. And those were the type of people we dealt with. See something, do nothing type of people. And that's why poor NaZiyah, it's exactly why poor NaZiyah is somewhere screaming, help. Every video NaZiyah put out there, you look at those videos carefully, NaZiyah was expressing who she was and what she was liking. She danced, but not in every video did she smile. And when she did, it was forced. She looked troubled. She looked pained. And if we could see it on the outside, there's no way these bitches on the inside couldn't see it, but they didn't give a damn. They didn't care. They did not care. And I will continue to hold Annette, Shannon, and Marquita responsible. And then they introduce NaZiyah not only to these filthy men, Then they introduced her to that church where it was even filthier. Even filthier. But yet, the bishop wants to be recognized. Hey, Patricia, welcome, my love. The bishop wants to be recognized as a man of the cloth. If you don't go sit your ass down, if you don't go sit your ass down, Khalil said, MOCA, what really bothers me is police department. They're just as worse. It's bad. It's bad. You got a missing child. And all these people behind the scenes lying. Your earth angel, hey, my love, lying, covering up, and hiding all the injustices that they've done. Dre comes out here with his clown ass story. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I will not be deterred from what I know the truth to be. I will not. I will not. Jarvis is locked up. Frank is still running the operation, and Frank has already replaced Jarvis with somebody else just like him. So there's another, hi Auntie Mo. So there's another Jarvis Butts running out there. There's another Jarvis Butts running out there. Frank has replaced Jarvis. So these women they don't give two shits about their own. All they're doing by not saying the truth is opening the gateway even wider for more girls to come up missing. And they will. They will. They will. As long as there's silence in this situation, more and more girls would be lost in the system. Denise says they didn't care about NaZiyah or her brother Bari. They didn't. They didn't. And because, hey, Drea, welcome, boo. Happy Thursday. And because they didn't care about NaZiyah nor Vari, just that alone should have been enough motivation for Lady to want to care about her own goddamn children. Just that alone should be enough for Lady to want to care about her own damn children. Miss Sean B said, I've got the collars and corn on the cob, but I need some dang foil. Damn. Sean B trying to take a plate out of here. Right, Anonymous? This shit is sickening. Sickening. You hear me? Carla says Annette said her door was always open to NaZiyah. Which door was she opening it? Which door was Annette opening it? Now, I knew she opened doors for the men that her daughter slept with, because every man that her daughter slept with, she slept with them too. But Annette lied. There was never a door open for NaZiyah. Never a door open. Denise said, yep, Jarvis is evil and very twisted. Also, the granny and two aunts knew that. They knew. They knew. We can't excuse that. They knew. Exactly, Bridget. All we want is for them to find her. We don't want nothing more, nothing less. We just want them to find her. Anonymous Angel said, I think as a community, if we did kick people's asses, then it would be less problems. That part. That part. Look at my girl, Miss Detroit. What's good, girl? Miss Sean B said right. Like NaZiyah was going to talk to the main one eating steaks while they ate hot dogs. Yeah, right. Exactly. NaZiyah recognized that she was treated different from the rest. She recognized that she was treated different from the rest. She pretty much sheltered herself. She lost herself in music. And when Jarvis Butt's nasty ass gave her a little attention and made her feel everything that she wanted to feel from her aunts and her grandmother, she ran with it. And I think, or I want to believe, NaZiyah was going to use Jarvis Butts as her escape route to get out of Annette's home because she couldn't stomach it there anymore. She couldn't stomach it there anymore because Annette has done too much to that baby. God damn podcast. Podcast asking somebody to bring some Newports to the party. Well, I'll be damned. Khalil said, MOCA, what bothers my spirit real bad is why I sit back and let these monsters NaZiyah was born to, let them walk around like they did nothing. I'm seriously ready for them to pay, just like Jarvis. Khalil, me too. The fact that they're running around here doing the dumb shit that they're doing, like they had no involvement. And they're able to walk around here normal because what they've done to NaZiyah was normal for them. That's their normal. That's not our normal, right? Shannon had gotten so comfortable in the skin that she was in, molesting children. She even took it to her place of employment. That was normal for them. So to walk around here like it ain't nothing, you, me, and everybody else in here would be scared shitless, wondering when it was coming to get us. But not them. It's a normal thing. It's a normal thing. Paula says we need to give our baby a virtual birthday party this year. Facts, Paula. Facts. And we will. We will. Ziyah is our baby. Podcast that part. They couldn't tell what she liked. They couldn't tell her favorite clothes. They couldn't tell her favorite song. They couldn't say nothing about her academics. They didn't even know her favorite color. So in Annette's home, NaZiyah just existed. She just existed. And that's where the heartbreak comes in. That's where the hurt comes in. That's where it rocks your core. That's where it rocks your core. Hey, Marianne, welcome, sis. Anonymous says they were all jealous of her. All of them. Don't leave not one out. Not one. Even Annette was jealous. Even Annette was jealous. Hey, Beverly, welcome, my love. Carla says they sure didn't give her a chance. Are they just going to ride it out and not tell where she is? I hate this. Carla, that's where we're all stuck right now. Everybody got a story to tell. But why not say where she is? Why not? Why not? Hi, Alma, welcome. It's crazy. Kalia says the only thing they can tell any of us is, the only thing they can't tell us is where she's at. Right. That's crazy. NYC girl says that family is taking this case too lightly. For a baby girl to be missing, I don't care what police tell me. I will continue to search. They all know something. NYC girl, I swear I wouldn't stop. Hey, Shanir, welcome, love. Hey, Kenya, I swear I wouldn't stop. I would not stop. NaZiyah deserves so much more. Travis says, MOCA, I wish Jernelle would do interviews by herself because she wants to tell it all. And Kewana overtalk her and cut her off when anybody brings up the generation before Annette. Travis, we can't force it. We can't force it out of them. And if you notice, everybody's going to say just what they want to say. They're not going to give it all to us. And you know, we can't be mad at any of them. Any of them. Not even Marquita. We can't be mad at any of them for not giving it all to us. You have to remember what we're dealing with. But had it been me, don't tell me stop looking if you ain't got no answers for me. That's number one. Right? Number two is if I see you moving shady and you ain't doing this investigation the way it should have been done. Now, I'm going to get loans. I'm going to knock on people's doors. I'm going to get me a private investigator. Because the same girl that I've told this story about over and over and over again from Detroit, that they took her baby and sold her baby being raised by two pedos in a cult-like church in Detroit. They found our baby 18 years later in Detroit, in a cult-like church being raised by pedos. It's all a trafficking ring. It's a ring. It's a ring. And good old Bishop. He runs the ring. Bridget said Detroit is taking this case too lightly. They have something to hide, Bridget. They have a lot to hide because there's no way all of this would be going on. And these people ain't shook. Just Mona call them those big bag whores. Just Mona. You forgot the word filthy. Filthy. Anonymous says, I feel it in my heart. Don't take much. She's reaching out. She's crying. She's telling a story. Chandra says, I believe she's alive too. Keep believing, Shauna, because I will not let that go. I will not let it go. She's definitely alive. Kimberly says, NaZiyah's energy is powerful. I hope she knows she's loved by her aunties. I'm sure she does. I'm sure she knows because she keeps putting her story out there. She keeps reaching out for somebody to speak on her behalf. So I believe she knows. Mika said Marquita's definitely eating because she's over there looking like the Cookie Monster. They haven't missed a meal at all. Denise says a real mother gonna protect her children, period. That part, Denise, come hella high water. And as Bridget says, what bothers us the most is that they're not holding people accountable and they're not doing their jobs. Detroit has failed that baby. And what makes it worse is when you go to the FBI missing children's website. Is her name Jernelle Rogers? She's on there. There are other little missing children from Detroit on there. But there's no NaZiyah on there. Hey, Eno and Bella, welcome, my love. OG Jamel, hey, boo. There's no NaZiyah on that list. Pictures of all the missing children, but there's no NaZiyah. So my thing is, family, y'all have so much to say. Make me understand, why is the FBI not involved in this? If NaZiyah is such an important part of that bloodline, and NaZiyah really matters to that family, it further makes me know that a lot of shady shit is going on. A lot of behind the scenes shit is going on. A lot of covering up is going on. Because if that family really wanted justice for NaZiyah, the FBI would be involved. But to allow DPD alone to see this through, I have a serious problem with that. That explains why there are so many missing children with all these unanswered questions. Anonymous says Jarvis has her somewhere where he thinks she's safe. She's gonna walk in that courtroom. Anonymous, I feel that. That's how I've been feeling, Anonymous. But then I have to also throw other theories out there. Because my thing is, how is it? With all the traction that this case is getting, why is it only in the hands of DPD? Why? What are we hiding? Who are we protecting? You mean to tell me it's so many big people involved in the trafficking ring in Detroit that they have to be protected by one another? That's why FBI is not involved in this? So here we have politicians in Detroit protecting one another. They're protecting politicians. They're protecting that bishop at that church. They're protecting the Arabs. Because the Arabs is what's left of Detroit. The Arabs is what's keeping them running. Yes, I said it. I said it. So before they get the right people up in here to do what they're supposed to do to save these babies, they rather ruffle papers and push pins and try to protect the next man. Yet, while the babies continue to come up missing. Study protecting criminals. It's a whole enterprise. Hey, Tony, welcome, boo. It's a whole enterprise. So they're in the business of protecting one another. They're protecting one another. Milky Way Girl said, if I lived in Detroit, I want a refund on my taxes. You damn right. I definitely will want a refund. Milky Way girl says CPS ain't child protected no more. CPS ain't shit. Hey, Lisa, welcome, my love. Podcast says I've never heard them tell us what NaZiyah likes to eat, where, about her friends, what's her favorite place. They even confused on what color she likes. That part, podcast. That part. Cool girl sister says, MOCA, your passion for this baby is God's doing because they don't. Cool girl sisters, when I can't sleep at night, when all I hear is what's next with NaZiyah? Where's NaZiyah? I find myself waking up 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, got him looking at me like I'm crazy. NaZiyah's energy is so powerful. So powerful. But you know what's sad? As powerful as her energy is, it ain't powerful enough to move Annette. It ain't powerful enough to move Shannon nor Marquita. Miss Sean B says in that families, men, extended or otherwise, ain't shit either. Nobody was willing to kick in doors and spend a night in a slammer just to let them know what ain't going down no more. That part. That part. How? How can we continue to throw our children away? Annette fed NaZiyah to the wolves while sitting on her ass with that moldy ass face and that jacked up ass wig shaped like a goddamn Ninja Turtle, still collecting a check for that baby. Annette, since Marquita was big and bad enough to do her due diligence and hit a panel, come talk to the people that really care about NaZiyah. Come talk to us on this end that care about NaZiyah, Annette. Change your depend before you come, because you're going to be a shitty mess when you leave, ma'am. What kind of woman are you? You are a monster in your own rights, Annette. In your own rights, you are a monster. This is crazy. And so many people, these content creators out here are pouring their hearts, their everything into finding justice for this baby. And y'all sitting y'all ass there like this is normal behavior. Annette and Shannon, and I'm not going to include Jarvis Butts in this. Annette and Shannon had 30 plus days to get their story straight about what really happened to NaZiyah. 30 some days. NaZiyah had been moving around all that time, and they didn't have a care or a concern. But they were out here talking though. They was talking to extended family members. They was telling certain family members this, that, and the other. Had they not been talking, we would have never known. We would have never known that NaZiyah had a daughter. Thank you, Roxy. Because she's the one that put it out here. Several conversations Roxy had. She exposed to us that NaZiyah had a daughter. Then she tried to come back and clean it up. Oh, because there are so many girls in our family, that was a slip up. Tell that bullshit to somebody else. Tell that bullshit to somebody else, because that's not a slip up. Leela says he told Shannon what he was. And she still dealt with him, putting children in homes where he lived at that point. They didn't give a damn. They were very selfish. They were very selfish. Shannon was more involved with wanting to have yellow babies, babies with good hair. She didn't give a damn whether he was hetero or not. Podcast says, sometimes I think Annette sold that baby girl and made a lot of money. Podcast, I believe that too. I believe she put it to hey, Ted, welcome, boo. I believe that. Podcast. Cool Girl Sister says, MOCA, the church is the key. Remember what 20 years ago said? She started remembering things. I'm on it. I'm on it, Cool Girl Sister. I'm on it. I'm on it. Because some things just don't change. Cool Girl Sister said that so-called bishop is a pimp. Definitely that. Definitely that. Cool Girl Sister says she also believed that that church has an underground tunnel. I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. Podcast says they was all jealous of NaZiyah because she was more beautiful than anyone else in that family. And that's sickening. That's sickening. Are you jealous of a child? Tammy says that baby is more love than she could have ever imagined. Indeed. Indeed. Super Shauna says she deserves to be found. And she does. And she does. And hey, Leanne said grandma should be in a hole. Yes, ma'am. That's it and that's all. That's it and that's all. Right, Meek? Annette lied about so much. Damn. Super Shauna says, I've looked for my vape pen harder than they look for this beautiful baby girl. Isn't that sad? Isn't that sad? And that's it. That's all, Cool Girl Sister. Cool Girl Sister said, I just made a crab ball pot. Come on, baby. Let's do this. Give up the baby and we'll stop. And I told them, we'll stop. We'll stop. We'll stop. Mika says, I feel so bad for NaZiyah. I look at my daughter and I could never. Mika, ordinary people could never. Could never. Your earth angel said, sending love to you from the east side, Miss Detroit. All right. This is ridiculous. This is crazy. We will not stop. We will not stop. They're putting NaZiyah through so much. So much. She don't deserve it. She didn't deserve it. She did not deserve it. And then for this preacher, this bishop, to hide behind the name of the church and do the filth that he's doing, the injustice that he's doing. He's going to burn in hell. And that's where they need to go. That's where they need to go. Because then they're going to discover not only NaZiyah is there, you're going to also discover other children there. Because that's the holding spot. That's the melting pot for the getaway. He holds on to them. until the money is exchanged, because he holds the auctions at that church for those babies. Kimberly said, Detroit don't have no, I don't understand how they're all still walking around like everything is normal and their family member is missing and possibly deceased. That part. That part. Patricia, you know it, girl. Patricia said these YouTube streets ain't nothing to be played with. Family members are being aired out, and I'm here for it. It's disgusting. It's truly disgusting. And what's even more disgusting, right? What you just said, Patricia, family members are being aired out. Family members didn't have to be aired out. Family members should have not been aired out if they'd have kept it a buck. Brought your ass out here and said where that baby was. Shannon, you're going on dates. You're seeing all these different men. Marquita, you busy chasing Dre. Spending your income tax, living in your best life. Annette, you still playing Ring Around the Rosie with Eric Gamble. Y'all still never spoke y'all truth. Even if it was part of the truth. You didn't have to tell it to social media. You could have went to the proper people and would have brought that baby home. But instead, y'all continue to play this game and y'all play around it. So now y'all playing dirty. Y'all airing each other out. And that's sad. And I don't give a damn how many people y'all air out, what y'all air out. I don't care. Because telling on this one and telling on that one, that ain't gonna bring NaZiyah back. Marquita, you think your relationship with Drake and everything that people knows about him, that you think that's gonna bring NaZiyah back? Dre, do you think by telling us that Shannon is sleeping with this one, that one, and the other one, do you think that's gonna bring NaZiyah back? I think not. So I don't give a damn. I don't. I don't. Ms. Detroit says, ain't nothing normal here. No more. Kids coming up missing and Detroit police be on straight bullshit. I could believe that, Ms. Detroit. When you sit up here and I'm looking at Detroit police officers in uniform, doing private security job, holding statuses at the church. Come on now. Just that alone lets me know that it's ruthless. Ruthless. And the sad part is exactly, Paula, everybody comes out here and has a story to tell. But ain't nobody telling on Madam. Ain't nobody telling on Annette, the mastermind behind all of this shit. Annette needs exposure. Annette needs to go down with the Klan. Jarvis is locked up because of his sickness. Annette should have been locked up long time ago because of her sickness, because she's the one that got these children where they are. Why is it good for Jarvis, but it's not good for Annette? Who the hell is Annette? Who the hell is Annette? Hey, Arlene, welcome, baby. To protect a predator, I don't give a damn who it is. To protect a monster, you may as well be a monster yourself. And that's how I look at it. Anonymous says they're acting like they're glad she's gone. Anonymous, have you ever noticed? Marquita did an entire interview. Not one time did she say that baby's name. All she said was, "Hey, Kenyatta, welcome, boo." All she said was, "My baby." Girl, sit your rotten ass down. Exactly, Chandra. I would have hired a private investigator. I definitely would have. I would have. Mika says they really need to just put it all out there, especially if it would bring clarity and justice. And that's all that baby wants. And that's all we want for her is justice. That's it. That's, hey, Nisha, welcome. Hey, Sassy. That's Drea, my girl. That's it. That's all. That's it. Olivia says when a child is missing, how can you sleep at night? Ask Annette. She'll tell you. Easy. Easy. Paula says their reaction is because this is not the first time of a kid disappeared in their. Paula, I've said that before. No reactions because it's normal behavior. This ain't the first time it happened. This ain't the first time. Marianne says, Kimberly, if she did pass, I know she with her baby in a beautiful dress, looking beautiful with God, receiving everlasting love. Marianne, you might be surprised, my girl. Ms. Detroit says they're hiding it because it's a big sneaky way to get rich. Wow. At children's expense. At a child's expense. Christian says, when a child goes missing, why isn't it on the missing children's website? That part. That part. That's confusing to me. Confusing to me. So, Washana, thank you for becoming a new member, my love. Paula says, how did they love NaZiyah but protecting Annette? Annette had time to heal. She chose her life. Paula, that's it, that's all. That's it, that's all. Annette could have healed. Hey, Precious, welcome, boo. Annette could have healed. Annette chose not to. Annette became fascinated and infatuated with the nastiness of the world. So Annette continued to live her life that way. Patricia says, I believe the family that was out there in the beginning has a lot to hide, using the media to control their narrative. Podcast says, I call my nephew in Detroit about this case weekly, and I go to everything about missing people podcast. This some shit. Reba said them hoes go right away from here on out, as they should, Reba. Eno says they're just going on with their life like nothing happened. NaZiyah never existed. Poor baby. That's the hurting part. It's the hurting part. That's the hurting part. Huh. It's okay for Annette to continue to walk around misusing and abusing children and exploiting children for her own nasty, perverted sexual fantasies because she thinks she's a madam, sacrificing children. But yet she's being protected. No way. No way. No damn way. Paula says, how do we get her on there, MOCA? Paula, I don't know. I don't know. It comes from the family member, Paula. It comes from Detroit Police Department, Paula, to get her on the FBI. I know one thing, she ain't there. Hey, D, welcome, sis. Oh, you're back at the hospital. Feel better, my love. Feel better. Olivia says, sadly, it's because they basically consider her deceased and they don't want everyone going to search for her body. They couldn't tell me shit, Olivia. Marianne said, as much heat as we put on this case, she should definitely be on that list. And she's not. I've searched and searched and searched. There's no NaZiyah on that case. Your Earth Angel said, MOCA, I found evidence of a sex trafficking operation when I was on one of my searches for NaZiyah. That's when I realized that the higher ups of Detroit is fully aware and involved in the crap going on. Yes, ma'am. Your Earth Angel, I have been saying this from day one. From day one. They on it, and they wanted to stay hidden. They wanted to stay hidden. You hear me? As Detroit says, the criminals are being covered, and they are. And they are. Your Earth Angel says they're also protecting that trafficking hotel across from the auto shop on Harper. Hello. Everything that MOCA has ever spoke. I love y'all. Because y'all, hey, Sierra, everything that I've ever spoke. Y'all coming back here and y'all spitting it right back to me after y'all ran and dug it. Look at God. We all can't be lying. We all can't be lying. God is going to give us the truth. And that's why they're attacking content creators. That's why they're doing the dumb shit that they're doing. Right? Because the closer we get, the more nervous they get. And I'm here to shake them up. I'm here to shake them up. Full of corruption. Nothing but the corruption. Jernelle says, I only know so much. I was not aware of a lot of this. I did everything I could do. I don't know what's going on. Nothing is making sense. I reported everything and was brushed off each time. And that's sad. Jernelle, that part there, that's sad. When y'all went and y'all reported it. But that should have threw up red flags, Jernelle. You reported it. Kewana reported it. That should have thrown up red flags. That should have let you all know, hey, look, something ain't right. Who are they protecting? Who are they protecting? They're protecting somebody. Protecting somebody. Patricia says it might have been reported, but the problem wasn't resolved. Now look at the result. Patricia, that's what I just said. Right. It would have ring. It would some red flags would have just had to go off because man, Dr. JD said, you got it, MOCA. You beating that nail. Don't let up. Dr. JD, I can't. I can't. This is crazy. Kalia said it was dirty big back twins. Pedo Jarvis and Granny Monster all use NaZiyah for their selfish and nasty needs. They all deserve to be under the prison. Yeah. Or fed to the ants. Feed them to the ants. Sassy said, let's say those so-called women didn't do anything with NaZiyah being missing. They all slept, ate, and God knows what else, knowing that baby was around a sicko. Facts. 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 Tony says all the motherfuckers had something to do with NaZiyah Harris' case. Needs to be dealt with. Annette ain't shit. Tony, I'm with you when you're right, sister. Annette ain't shit. Cool girl sister says, MOCA, all we need to know is where's that baby? Just tell the truth. Where is she? MOCA was timed out. Oh, I'm missing something. I'm missing something. Guys, let me stop my commentary at this point and let me say this. When I open up my chat, I don't want us to lose focus on NaZiyah. That's first and foremost. First and foremost, we're not going to lose focus on NaZiyah, right? When I open up my chat each and every day, my word has always been, everybody has an opinion. All opinions are welcome here. All opinions are welcome. We can agree to disagree. We can agree to disagree because we're all adults here. You may not like what the next one say, and you by right you don't have to. But we're not going to take sides up in here. Because if we start taking sides, that means we're not for righteousness. We're not for justice. Here at MOCA Nola Bells, we don't time nobody out unless they're disrespectful. And if they're not disrespectful to the moderators, and if they're not disrespectful, damn sure to MOCA, these people, we don't time people out here. We don't. Everybody gets a voice, and everybody's voice will be heard. Because it makes no sense for somebody to have something to say, whether it's good, bad, right, or wrong, and it goes unheard. That's not how we operate. That's not how we operate. Whether you like Jernelle, Kewana, that's on you. That's on you. They still have a right to speak how they speak. We don't like Shannon and Annette. We don't like Marquita. But if they came in here and they had something to say, we had to let them say it. We're going to keep it respectful. We're not going to throw nobody under the bus. We're not. We're going to respect everybody. So we're not going to sit here, I got feelings for this one, and I don't care what this one says. No, 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 no. We're not going to do that. Not here. Not here. Because for those of you that don't know, MOCA keeps it at 100. I'm not going to disrespect nobody. And I don't want nobody to have company in MOCA's home and MOCA's, they're disrespected. Nah, we're not going to do that. Nobody's going to be disrespected. That's it and that's all. That's it and that's all. And it goes back to say we could agree to disagree. But at the end of the day here, we have formed a environment where we're all family, y'all. Hey, terrific. Hey, Jaquetta, welcome. So now, in my Atlanta Street interview voice, back to the original content. Shit. We ain't, baby. Hey, Renee, welcome, my love. Sassy says, no reason to talk to anyone if you can't talk about the case. That's all we want to hear is the case of NaZiyah. Huh. Fuck who's screwing who and who's mad at who. That part. These people's personal lives, I don't give a shit about. I don't care. Whatever these people got going on in their personal life is their damn business. MOCA don't care. MOCA don't want to know. It's all about NaZiyah. It's all about NaZiyah. Jernelle says the focus seemed to be on who is telling the truth instead of what happened to NaZiyah. Why would I make this mess up? Ms. Detroit says, I knew then. They knew she was about 5 to 6 months gone. They all, Ms. Detroit, they knew she was pregnant. I don't give a shit what nobody comes out here and say. They knew she was pregnant. I don't give a damn. They could tell all the stories that they want. They knew that baby was pregnant. She didn't hide it. She couldn't hide it. You live in a house with a bunch of damn women. No, went to school every day. The people around her at the school knew she was pregnant too. So the lies had to stop. Right, Meek? Justice for NaZiyah. All that background noise got to stop. We ain't here for the background noise. We're not. We're here for NaZiyah and NaZiyah alone. All of that other shit is irrelevant to me. Irrelevant. Tony says the other family members that knew what kind of stuff Jarvis was doing in that family kept their children safe, but not NaZiyah. They go burn in hell. Wow. It's a lot. It's a lot. But one thing we have to understand, Tony, and sometimes, and right about now, I know we're all emotional. We all emotional. I'm emotional like a motherfucker about this case, right? But what do you do when your back is against the wall and you know you didn't report it to who you thought was the right people to report it to? And you thinking, you're making strides. But you're not wanting to believe that Annette got connections that you know nothing about. CPS goes in that home. Listen to this. And it's not about riding a bandwagon or taking up for nobody, because right is right and wrong is wrong all day long. Listen to this. And if I'm wrong, I want y'all to correct me, because y'all know MOCA stands to be corrected. I ain't no better than nobody else. If I'm wrong, I need y'all to correct me. Now, recently we find out that Annette has connections in CPS. Within DPD, she got these connections, right? So when Jernelle and Kewana went to made the report about what they knew that was going on in that home, nothing was done. Came back unfounded. But they knew what they knew, so they reported it. And when it came back unfounded, as a parent, as a mother, I too would have kept my goddamn children away from Annette house, especially knowing what was going on there. And when it came back unfounded, that's where they should have realized it was a problem with CPS. Because CPS made the first mistake when they went and questioned those children in front of Annette and Shannon. Those children. Those children were programmed to say what to say and what not to say. Now that part right there, I can't blame them. I can't blame them. But I'm not going to go along with the family members, none of them, picking and choosing what to say. You're going to tell it all. Annette is a fucking monster exposed as a monster. Eric Gamble is a monster, expose him as a monster. Why do we hide the monsters? Why do we keep the monsters in the closet? Ms. Detroit said if we were able to hold court, they all would go to jail. Olivia says, I would like the truth, but not a bunch of bullshit. They were all supposedly close to NaZiyah, but did nothing. And we only feeding off of what was already out here. Can't blame the people for reacting and responding to what has already been exposed. We all have that right. No true words have been spoken. Mika says the truth. Mika says, Jernelle, the truth does not lead to justice. And the wherevers of NaZiyah, we would like to keep the focus on the victim and her justice. And that's all we want. We want justice for NaZiyah. And is that hard to ask for? We're all in here with mixed feelings, different emotions. And to this very day, people are still fighting. Fighting for what? If you're going to fight for anything, fight for justice. Fight to give this baby her voice back. All of this other bullshit that don't matter, that shouldn't matter, should never be an issue. Ever. I'm not here to save nobody. The truth is the truth. And I'm going to continue speaking the truth. I don't mind stepping on heels and ruffling up feathers and walking on toes because I'm going to speak the truth, regardless of who like it and those that don't like it. I don't give a damn for Annette. I don't give a damn for Annette. And I'm not going to hide that. Annette is a monster. Annette is an abuser. Annette has ruined many lives. Annette has destroyed many children. And this is not what we're going to do. Call a thing a thing. Annette ain't shit. She's not shit. And it hurts me to know that NaZiyah was dealt that fucking hand and had to live with a goddamn Annette. I saw your comment, Jernelle. I'm going to drop it for you. Don't nobody hit that link other than Jernelle. I want to hear from Jernelle. We don't care about nobody's personal life. We don't care about nobody's personal feelings. We care about NaZiyah and the justice for her. Oh, your earth angel said she also found an underground tunnel. Girl, we spoke on that tunnel. We knew it existed. We just didn't. Your earth angel, my girl, my girl, my girl. Ain't nobody got time for this shit. Nobody. Kalia said Marquita dog ass only doing what dogs do, and that's try to cover her tracks. Paula says, do you know what type of sick bitch you have to be for a man to tell you I mess with kids? And you say that's okay. That part, Paula.
Yeah.
Hey, Jernelle.
Hey.
Hey, Jernelle, how are you, boo?
I'm all right. As good as
What's going
expected.
on? What's going on, sis?
I just kind of answer some of the questions. Like, she was on the missing exploited children's website. I don't know if she got taken off or what, but I was told that a lot of the information that was out previous, they removed it because
Well,
of
why
the
would
high profile of the case, and I guess things might have been mentioned or said in the case that they don't want to stay out there. I don't know.
okay, because I was confused because I searched,
Yeah,
and
and I
I
just
didn't
looked
see
too because
her.
I was like, well, dang, it was on.
I don't hear you. I don't hear you. There you go.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but she was on the missing exploited children's thing for the website. The FBI was involved in the beginning. I don't know if they're still involved now. I don't know what
Okay.
like how far they're involved now.
Okay.
We have called the FBI, since then, trying, to get them to look into it. It seems like we talk about everything else, but and then some people do ask me like, what am I doing and what is Kewana doing? And we tell them, and then they don't even mention it or say it or do it, like they don't follow through on it.
Uh-huh.
And like you said, no one it's a lot, I guess it's a lot of support behind the scenes in Detroit, but it's not really any um major support. Because when it was all on the internet about protests and stuff, only the same 5 or 6 people showed up.
Wow.
People want to know why we're not searching. We don't even know where we would search. In the beginning, we kind of had a clue where to search, and that's when we was searching and trying to put things together. But at this point, we don't even know where to search.
Well, Jernelle, could I just suggest something? Why don't y'all start with that church?
I don't
Because
even know if the church is still there or not. I guess I can look into it. I haven't seen them people in maybe 11 years.
y'all ever thought of hiring a private investigator?
Yeah, I've looked into that as well as other things that I can't talk about it right now, but it's real hard when you're not the person's legal guardian
Correct.
to do anything. We've been reaching out to people, trying to talk to people, say things to people, trying to get officials on our side to do a better investigation or look into things, and they saying you're not the guardian. Just like, when all the stuff that's on the internet that's not
Mm-hmm.
true and the things that was going on, we tried to stop it, couldn't stop it because we're not the guardian, but yet the guardian does nothing.
Right.
So
So, because we've been hearing a lot of talk about she never came back from Ypsilanti, so getting a private investigator, that would definitely cover some
yeah,
ground.
yeah. Kewana trying to come on. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I definitely have been looking into trying to get a
And
private investigator.
I agree with you, you know, and I would never dispute that. I know that Annette is the guardian of NaZiyah, and they will not give you all no extended family member. You, Kewana, Roxy, neither Kenya. They won't give y'all no information.
Nope. That's the reason why it's hard to talk about everything, because a lot of this stuff is rumors. We don't even know them to be true. And then the stuff that we know to be true, we have said it, the things that we can talk about.
Right. So
We
at this
don't want to
point,
mess up this, this case.
you have something going on in the background because they're getting a bad echo.
Oh,
You're
I'm
getting
sorry.
feedback.
Hold on. Is that better?
Yeah, that's a lot better.
Okay.
Nuh-uh. We still echoing. We still echoing.
I don't know what it is then. Hold on. Let me
You
make
on,
sure I
you
don't
on
have.
speaker?
Okay. How do I do this?
You on speaker, Jernelle?
No, I don't think I have it on speaker. I just have the mic on. It's not on speaker.
Okay, do you have the program? Do you have YouTube open?
Yeah, I probably do.
That's what it is. And guys, on this part, I understand exactly what she's saying. I understand exactly what she's saying, where she says that they are not the legal guardians of NaZiyah. And in a situation like this, and in most situations, no matter, even if it's not this, they will not give an outsider that type of information if they're not closely connected. Now, on that aspect, we have to respect that. We can't make something out of nothing. We cannot. We have to be honest in a lot of this. And it's sad that somebody has to be the guardian, you know, because the guardian ain't shit. And even now, you know, because right now, because that question is about balling off the tip of my tongue. Where's Lady? What's the role that she's playing in all of this? Because she got to have some type of say so. This is crazy. Tony says all you have to do is go back to Jarvis' childhood and then the story will come to light. Because I really believe that that bishop is related to Jarvis or that's Burger Bishop's daddy. Let me tell you, girl. Tony, you're right. That bishop does have a similarity to Jarvis. He really does. He really, really does. He really does. But one thing we do know is that Big Perm said that Annette wanted to sleep. I dropped it again, Jernelle. Um, Annette wanted to sleep with the bishop, right? This is a mess. Ms. Detroit said London's family didn't let up until they found her. Why they quit? They know more than they're saying. Huh. Ms. Detroit, London family didn't stop. They didn't stop. Oh shit. You there, Jernelle?
Yeah, I'm here. Is that any better?
That's a little better, yes.
Okay. Yeah, so that's all the reason why I came up, because it was her, she was listed on there early on. That was like in February of end of February of 2020. 4 that she was
Okay.
listed on the Missing and Exploited Children's website.
Okay. Now, my question. I have another question for you.
Hmm.
What's going on with Lady?
I haven't heard anything about Lady since November of last year. I have no idea where she at or what's going on.
Wow. Now that's very disheartening. Her
Yeah.
daughter. Her daughter. And there's no signs of Lady nowhere.
But yeah, I haven't heard anything from anyone's, hearing from her or seeing from her. I wasn't in touch with Lady, I'm an extended family member. I don't talk to them like everybody in the family. Only person who I had a close relationship was Shannon, because she would actually reach out. The rest of the family, they would reach out sometime, but not as often as Shannon. So I can't say that I was in constant contact with her at any point. So
Okay. Yeah, but and I can respect. You're telling us that y'all they're not giving y'all no information.
they're not at all. We hear a
And
lot of the
and
rumors and then the stuff that we, have found to be true, especially after the preliminary that we were saying. We was like, okay, well, we said that, but the rest of it was like, well, we didn't know that was going on.
right. So
Like, for instance, the 12 years.
where's Annette at this point? What I mean, I'm curious about a
Where is
whole lot
she
of
at?
shit with Annette.
Over there, living in her house, doing whatever it is she do. And I
This
don't
is so
know
this
of
is so
anything that she has
disheartening.
been doing at all related to this. The only thing that she has done was the one video back in February of 2024. And of course, she testified. Other than that, nothing. She
Wow.
not even trying to put a stop to like the exploitation or anything like that.
She don't. It's like she just don't care.
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me.
This is sad because it's like here it is. Annette. It's like Annette. It's like she brought NaZiyah into this situation and she just left her hanging.
Yeah, I don't understand it. Just like people can't understand like the things that I did. I can't understand what they did. Everybody, if somebody was in my shoes, then maybe they could understand it better. But I did everything I could.
And we
And it
appreciate you.
doesn't help that the people who was around her was helping shift it, like make it seem like I was lying. Like, I'm telling them the police this, but when they go over there, oh no, she must be lying. She's lying, and you know,
And y'all never thought that maybe by them, saying that y'all were lying, after a while, y'all never said and thought, well, hold up, maybe, Annette has CPS, maybe they have DPD in their back pocket. Y'all never thought of that?
not really. But now I'm wondering what's really going on, because it's like even now that everything's out, it's still not going with all this exposure and all the stuff that I didn't even know about coming out. It seemed like more serious. This should be a more serious situation. It doesn't seem like it's a very serious situation.
And that's what bothers me the most.
Like it's like brushed off. I don't. I
That
don't get it
that
myself.
bothers me the most because it seems like Annette would do more where she's doing absolutely nothing. And especially when Annette is the one that created all of this. Annette is the gatekeeper for all of this.
I
Absolutely.
don't know if
Hello,
did
hello,
Kewana get
Mocha.
on. Oh, there she
Yeah,
go.
hey Kewana.
Hey, Mocha, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, babe?
All right, all right. I wanted to speak on a few things. I was letting you guys finish. I didn't want to interrupt.
Go ahead, sis. Go ahead.
Um, yeah, I just wanted to speak on. There's a lot of questions as if we weren't against the household in Mocha. I know you know, but I just want to make sure that it's clarified again. That's how we got here, because we went up against the household. Okay, when I found out Jernelle was already working, and we've said this interview after interview, and it just seems like nobody's hearing that part. When she found out, she did her due diligence. When I found out in 22, I jumped right on. Before that, it's none of this was like, oh, they knew Jarvis was a pedophile or something like that. I had heard rumors of him not treating um Shannon right, seen him twice. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and that was by default, but never I was never around Jarvis. I was never in his face, um, or any of that. And again, that's how we got here, going up against the household. That's why we weren't allowed to come around when 2022, when I found out, and they knew that I was riding with Jernelle as far as CPS, I was cut off. Okay, I was threatened. There was back and forths with myself, Marquita, and Shannon. I have recordings with them threatening me. I have, times where we were supposed to, they were supposed to be pulling up in my multiple threats. Um, there was, I'm trying to say it lightly, there was police monitoring my household and journals and threatening us and so on. So, I just want everybody to stop spinning this narrative that we didn't go up against the household, because if that was the case, I would have been able to be around the children, Ziyah, and so on, the way I wanted to. But that's why we were cut off. That's why I was cut off the moment they knew I was riding with Jernelle. And that's when I found out, like, what he's doing, what happened, you know. And so it's like that's not being heard.
Right.
Mm,
It's just a lot, and it's a
and
lot
they
of unanswered questions, and everybody's out here with a whole lot of emotions, whole lot of emotions, because this has bothered
absolutely.
a lot of people. And
I agree, Mocha.
Lady JJ just said the FBI won't drop a case unless they know 100% for sure where the body is.
Hmm.
And that's what we're trying to tell
That's what
people.
we
We
would
don't
try
know
to
if they still involved or not.
absolutely.
When it's
But
been
mm,
in the beginning, we had some was getting a little bit of information here and there, or piecing some things together, but they not telling us nothing, not a thing.
Wow. So now maybe y'all can answer this question as everybody has questions about. One of people's asking questions about that extra freezer, that big biohazard freezer in this woman's house.
Yeah, the industrial freezer.
Yeah.
Yeah, she I think she had that for a while now. It's
Wow.
to keep food in and stuff.
She keep food in a biohazard freezer.
I don't understand it myself. I ain't, when they told me she bought it, I've never seen it firsthand. Well, I was told that she bought one years ago, and I didn't know. I have a deep freezer in my house, but never to that extent. That's like a restaurant grade.
Wow. And
I
it's
don't
really
know.
sad because all the time that has passed, all the time that Annette, Shannon, all the time that they had between all of what was going on before it actually got in the hands of the authorities, they did something and they know they did something. And it's sad that they still sit back like this is nothing.
absolutely, Mocha. And again, that was our whole fight, was justice for Naziah, when we went to the investigators to say, no, these are lies. That these are lies, and y'all need to do something. This nothing they're saying is true. Okay, because as I've said before, they were trying to turn this into a runaway case. And
Hmm.
again, we were already at battle with the household prior to Naziah coming up missing. And when Naziah came up missing, and we heard, what was rumored that she ran away, and so on. when days went by, that Friday, am I right, Jernelle? That's when we
Yeah,
contacted
we
the
didn't find out till that
investigators.
Thursday. She went missing on a
That
Tuesday. We found out through a face. Well, I didn't even get to see the Facebook post personally. Someone called me and told me, "Hey, it's a post on the internet about from your niece saying that one of your nieces is missing." And I said, "What do you mean?" She sent it to me, and that was the post of NaZiyah. So I found out that Thursday. Friday morning at 8 a.m., I was on the phone with the detective on the flyer, and Kewana
Huh.
was on the phone with her that afternoon. But they kept on telling us what a grandmother said she ran away. And
exactly.
I
So
told them, no, I seen she
we
had a
got into
ran away and came
screaming
back like a
matches,
day
MOCA.
later or something like that, maybe. But it's been too long. Something ain't right. And she
Right.
ain't been on the internet. She haven't been on social media or nothing. Something's not right.
And then the thing is for them to say that, she was a runaway and a time that was, that was lost between that. That was
Yeah.
enough time for them to do whatever it was that they had to do. That was a
We
decoy.
we didn't understand what was going on because like I'm thinking, okay, she get on the news, make a statement, get her face out there. None of that happened until February 14th, a month later. And I just didn't understand that. I had even told the detective I'll make a statement, and they said no, it has to be her guardian.
Right. And if we want to be totally honest, y'all said that the FBI was on the case.
Yeah, because they were
They
involved
were.
in the beginning, February 14th, when all the searching and stuff done, and the FBI was
Uh-huh.
always it was in there. So I can't say like some
So
of those
if they're no longer there and
yeah,
her
I
picture is
can't
no
say that they're
longer up
no
there,
longer involved or not because some of the people who testified were actually from the state of Michigan police, and I believe one of them was possibly from the FBI.
wow.
So I don't know, and they not telling us nothing. So we not gonna we finding out like we knew a little bit of what we knew what we reported, but
Okay.
we waited for months calling, talking, trying to get information. They wouldn't give us anything, but they would call and ask us questions. And we would, from those questions, we would start making assumptions, piecing things together and looking in different directions. That's how we had leads on like, okay, well, we need to look this direction, maybe on this side of town, etc.
So in all honesty, y'all sitting in the same position that we're sitting in right now.
Yes. So
Y'all don't know no more than we know.
we didn't know nothing about I knew that they had said it was a lot of text messages that had to be went through. That's all I knew. I didn't know what the text messages were related to. Like
Right.
the stuff that was said in the preliminary, we had no idea. All I knew about was a birthday party that happened and accusations were made. And I knew this Jarvis was a sex offender. And I've
And
said
that
this
MOCA.
several times that when I
Mhm.
found out he was a sex offender, he was not on the registry, and I reported it. And when like the office for sex where they have to report and things like that, she contacted me and she said, "Well, sometimes the things fall through the cracks, unfortunately, but we've taken the information and he's going to be put on the registry. We're going to make contact and put him on the registry." And then she said, asked me, was there a reason why I was making a report? I said, no, because I just found out he was a sex offender and he wasn't on the registry. She said, so no accusations have been made. I said, no. I said, but I don't understand because he's around children. He has a child with my niece and he's around other children that live in that house. There are other children who live in that household. She
Hmm.
said he's not on any type of restriction, so he can be around children.
Wow.
Yep. And that's when I found out in 2022. And I didn't know anything prior to that. And when I found out in 2022, it was because Jernelle had already been calling CPS and going back and forth with the household. And I found out because Shannon pulled me to the side to say, guess what Jernelle did to me? And once she told the story, that's when I said to her, that don't sound like anything Jernelle will make up, and it definitely don't sound like anything children will make up. And so it's like this with them. When you against one, you against all. Okay, if you agree with Jernelle, you a op. We were called ops. But just the fact that I joined forces with Jernelle, it was simply to fight for the kids. Like, nah, I'm not. I don't believe nothing they talking about, because no child is gonna say that just to say it. So now I'm on a mission of calling CPS and fighting as well. And now I'm being threatened. That's when the back and forth came about. It hasn't been told, but it was a lot that happened as far as me, Jernelle, Shannon, Marquita in the household,
Right. And the
which
thing
is
is,
why we were cut off.
we were
Yeah,
all
people like ask me a lot of questions. I don't know a lot of stuff. I have heard the rumors. I was told things by my grandmother and my father as to why, you know, I wasn't allowed to go over to my sister's house and different things like that. But you have to understand, my sister's 20-something years older than me.
Mhm.
One of her children and I are the same age.
So Annette was born into incest pretty damn much.
See,
And
I don't know
and
about
she kept the trend
what
going.
she was born into. I just know that she had a child at 11 years old and she was pregnant. She was pregnant at 11 years old and she had a child around 12. I don't know how it came about. I don't know who the father of the child is. I know who the child is because he's older than me.
So
But
answer me this question. Did Annette actually have a baby with Eric Gamble? Because Annette has a son named Eric.
no, I don't know. No, I don't even know where that came from. That's her brother. I don't know about how that came about, but I don't know of her having any children by him.
Okay.
I know who. Well, I know of her children's fathers. Only one I don't know about is the oldest child because, like I said, I wasn't even born when he was born.
Me
And I've
neither.
never met his father. I've heard about the other children's father. I know three of the children's father. I met him personally as a child,
Okay.
and he was a wonderful guy, from what I remember.
So do you know
Um,
Shannon and Marquita's dad?
I've never met
Huh,
him, but I've heard stories about him.
right.
So was he a pedo as well?
Not that I know of. No.
Because we knew Charles had charges, lots of them.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Right. Heard about that.
I heard about that. Yep.
And and
But
and
during this time, I was a kid at the same time.
same for me. We were children.
Yeah, I'm just it's just confusing to me. It's confusing
It's
to
a
us
lot of
as to
mess.
yeah,
Like being,
it's confusing
yeah,
as to why the FBI would take her name off the list.
yeah.
They said there's in a chat they're saying that her name is on another list, but it's not the FBI's list.
Oh, see,
I wanna.
which list is it on? Is it the because when I looked, it was on the missing and exploited children's list, but that was
That's where
back in
she is.
February, March of 2024.
Right.
But this is
Mhm.
something, like people want to know what they can do. This is what I've been working on. And I actually got a response back. It wasn't a response that I wanted. Um, as far as the Michigan Attorney General to open up a full investigation.
Right.
And I sent a email. I've sent several emails. I've been sending an email every week for maybe about 4 or 5 months. And I finally got a response back maybe about what was that, about 3 weeks ago. And basically they told me that they were referring my accusations to the Department of Human Services. So I responded back to them to tell them I've already talked to the Department of Human Services and CPS. I'm asking you to open up an formal investigation into CPS, DPD, Detroit Public Schools, everybody who had anything to do, foster care, everybody, because the stuff needs to be exposed, and that's like the highest level. At this
Right.
point, I'm trying to go above them because CPS basically spent it and said that, well, we reported it to DPD, and DPD just basically pretty much said, oh well, yeah, we messed up, And then Detroit Public Schools is not saying anything at all. In Detroit Public School Police, as you can see on the stand during the preliminary, then nobody know nothing. Oh, that's how the protocol should go. That's how it should go. I was about to retire. Oh, well, I wasn't working that case. So, but they still haven't interviewed, or the detective that was on the case has not testified yet. So I'm hoping that she's going to testify at the trial. But as you can see, everybody keep on pushing the blame to a different entity. So I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna go to the attorney general so she can look at everybody. We have
Okay.
been in meetings with CPS. They won't tell us anything, but they would listen to our inquiries and our concerns.
We have a meeting coming up
Yeah, we
with
got another meeting coming up in Lansing.
with,
I've sent emails to
more than one.
Granholm, Duggan, uh, the Detroit City Council, a lot of the big high profile churches and nonprofits in Detroit, and no one has responded back.
We've
One
also
person,
asked for
what's
support,
her name?
MOCA.
Mary Sheffield did respond back, but she didn't really get involved. She just offered her condolences and gave me some leads to contact CPS.
Right. We
Well,
also, and that's why I've been asking for emails. I'm not gonna say no names, but I've been asking for emails, and that was our reason, because what we are doing is sharing the link of the email as far as the complaint to the attorney general. So that was my point of asking for emails. I have yet
mhm.
to get back. You know what I mean? Here's my email. I made it. I was adamant about saying this
No
for
one has
support.
shared it. We've been sharing this
Nobody.
information for a
and
long
and
time now. No one was
and the
sharing
thing
it.
is, when you guys get new information, pertaining to, seeking justice for NaZiyah, because that's what everybody wants. Anything that you guys come up with new, that would shine a little more light to say that we're a little closer to seeking justice for this baby, you guys are more than welcome to come here and share. More than welcome. Ani Mo says that y'all need to send an email to Cash Patel and not the Attorney General.
Cash Patel,
Uh huh.
CASHPE.
K Kash.
Okay.
Patel.
PET.
Patel.
And can I say this, Mocha, real quick, if you don't mind? Far as talk with Prince, I want her to know that I meant no harm in that moment, and I understand she's been trying to help, because I know that she was speaking on our behalf in the beginning, and that day, we came on. I don't want her to think like I was like, raging at her. Although it is frustrating, because listen, we have been trying to find out as much as we could as far as the children, where they are, we've had one person, and she's been on podcasts. She went on the other podcast we went on. I'm not gonna say no names, but if you know, you know. And she came on by the name of Tony. She's been the one that live on the street, that personally have a relationship, that's been keeping us up on if the kids are being seen, what's going on, if they're safe, how they look, are they clean, are they this, are they that. So if we've been getting wrong information, that's very upsetting, because and again, I wasn't trying to discredit talk with Prince. I'm just saying, listen, from our understanding, we've had eyes. We can't be around. We are at all. They
Yeah.
won't
So
let
then
us
they
have a
said we
relationship.
intimidating a witness.
And that's quite all right, because right about now it's neither here nor there. Just keep the focus on NaZiyah.
Yep.
Right.
Keep the
You
focus
right,
on
Mocha.
NaZiyah. Seeking justice for NaZiyah, finding out the truth, fighting for what's right. And I
Right.
understand, and I have to respect that they're going to only give you all so much information and no more. At this point, y'all don't know no more than we know, right?
Mm-mm.
Right.
So
Really
here it
don't.
is. The steps that you all are taking with the Attorney General and all these other people, that's fine. Hopefully they can give you the answers that you need.
I'm
Because
hoping that we can find an attorney
the
in the.
guardian of NaZiyah is the problem.
Yep.
The
Right.
guardian of NaZiyah is definitely the problem. So Why is it that, and I would let them know that, she holds the key to all of this because
Yeah.
she started this shit.
Yep, we done contacted private investigators, attorneys, and the first thing they tell us after they listen to everything, well, who's her guardian?
Yeah, that's exactly what we've been told. Been being told.
Podcast says that NaZiyah's name is on Name Us website, and her missing persons number is 115713.
See, that's a new one I've never even heard about. Name a
Mm-hmm.
website.
And her missing persons number is 115713.
115713.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Animo
I feel
says
like a lot of this stuff is
Animo
distraction.
says when you're writing the email, use keywords in the subject line.
Okay, to
Okay.
Cash
To
Patel.
Cash Patel, yes,
Okay.
yes. So at this point, like I said, you have to let these people know Annette ain't shit. Annette is the damn
Nope.
problem.
And that
You
is the
know?
problem. Shannon is the problem because
Yes.
I know I can't speak about nobody else, but I know for a fact that Shannon and Annette knew because Shannon was the one who told me. And when Shannon didn't seem like she was too concerned, I contacted Annette.
Right.
Like, hey,
So
did
did
you
y'all
know
get
this
in
was
touch with
going
any of
on?
the senators? Did y'all get in touch with any senators?
No, not yet. I sent out a couple emails to senators and representatives, state representatives. No response back. That's no response back. Not even a generic statement back. Like the
Auntie
only
Mo
person
says,
that responded back was the city council president, Mary Sheffield, and
it ain't much you're gonna get from there because I want you all to know whether you know it or not, because all of this shit is federal. So whether you know it or not, the politicians there in Detroit, they have their hand in this. So you're not gonna get the answers that you need because everybody's covering up for somebody.
I agree.
So you have to take this a step further. It has to go higher than where you all are in this moment. That's why Annette is so comfortable.
Well, I appreciate any advice for anyone because I've done I've reached out to everybody who I could think of, and then anytime somebody sends me information, I always follow through on that. I've been sending emails, I wrote some letters, we made
Sure.
phone calls, we've been popping
Yes.
on meetings.
We really
Like
have.
Kewana said, we got a meeting later on this month. Um, I'm going to a conference related to missing children to see if I can network and meet some people there that can help me
Hmm.
figure out how to navigate this situation. But the roadblock is we don't have any rights in the site.
That's
Exactly.
and
That's the
and that's
problem.
respected. That's respected because you all can only do so much.
Yeah, a lot of lawyers have shut us down. Private investigators is like, yeah, no, that's a legal constraint because her guardian can
Right.
come after me.
So maybe, just maybe, with the help of God, somebody
Yeah,
that you reach out to is gonna have
a different way,
compassion,
a
and they're gonna
loophole or something.
correct, and they're gonna say like, okay, the person that you're referring to, okay, I'm seeing that they have their hand in this, and you seriously need help. Maybe somebody will have a change of heart.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm hoping so. That's my hope because I'm
Okay.
not gonna stop.
Yeah, we don't plan on letting up. Absolutely not.
Yeah, because I mean,
Even if we just
one
keep her
one
name
no.
out there.
I don't care how many how many people you reach out to. One no should not stop my flow.
Nope.
Because
That's right.
somebody somewhere will eventually give you a yes.
Yep. That's what I'm praying for.
And that's my thing. Let's just keep looking for justice for NaZiyah. Because at this point something got to give.
Right. Because I'm like, nobody else is coming forward that I know of. I don't know. It's kind of hard when in the beginning, it seemed like we was gonna get somewhere.
Right. And when you speak to these people, I could suggest to you to let them know, hey, nobody's giving us answers because we're not legal guardians. I understand that. But the guardian is involved in her disappearance.
Yeah, because it's suspicious behavior, definitely.
Correct.
We've
Yeah,
been
we've been screaming that since the beginning. Like,
since the
why are
beginning.
you lying about what devices she had? That was our point of fighting. And like I said, we were having screaming matches with the first investigator. As to, are you going to listen to them or are you going to listen to us? How? And that's the question, a big question for anybody that want to listen to them at all. How do you consider them credible at all? When they
Right.
did nothing to protect her. We're
Yeah,
on the outside trying to protect her, and
right.
not just her alone. So how is anything they say credible? That makes no sense. That's
Yeah,
been our problem the whole time. That's where we started from.
And the sad part about it, you guys, we're fighting for NaZiyah, right? And we know that Annette and Shannon's hand is dirty, all in this. We have to also think about Jernelle and what she's been through and what she's going through. So if we don't stop Annette and Shannon now, we're going to be having the same conversation all over again because those children still have to come up under Annette. And that's what I will present to the people.
yeah, that's what I wrote in my letter. That there are other children in the household that are not, could be at risk and who are, are possibly also abused, and they need to be talked to see what information can be gotten from them. And they basically told me, "Oh, we're going to refer your complaint to DHS." I was like,
Well,
"I've already
that's
talked to them."
yeah. And they're going to keep giving you that in Detroit.
Yeah, they're gonna
They're
keep on
going to
giving us the
keep giving you that
runaround.
in Detroit because they have been programmed to tell you things like that. Because
Mm-hmm.
as I said, they're all working together in
Yeah,
Detroit.
push it over to the next person. It's like kind of like to me, it's a cover up because they know that they were supposed to did something in the first place. So everybody is just pushing the puck around because they know that the system failed.
Right,
The
right.
system failed.
And we don't want to have to be here again having this conversation again concerning another child. That's heartbreaking. And I'm gonna sit here and be the one to tell you, I commend the work that you've put in thus far. I really do. Because from what y'all telling me, Annette done sat on her ass and done absolutely nothing.
Nope, not that I know of.
None of them.
Because if she has, you will see more results. Like
Exactly.
you haven't seen her. Nothing being said about the family doing this and the family doing that, and
When
nothing.
Annette, we know that Annette is a liar. Annette sat on that stand in that preliminary and told several lies. And along with the several lies that Annette told, another video surfaced with the birthday party. And Annette breaking her neck to get to Jarvis and telling Jarvis, you're supposed to be family. But you done told them people Jarvis don't come to your house.
Yeah, we
Right.
couldn't believe that either. I was
Shit.
like, oh my God. Because I don't know. I really
Mm-mm.
didn't expect them to get up there and tell the truth, but this is serious. I mean, at this point, you might as well.
Unemo just said for you all to contact FBI headquarters in Washington, D.C. I'm going to highlight it on the screen.
Okay. Because we've made several
Washington, D.C.
several complaints to them here in
Did
in
you
in,
do
D- in
local or
Detroit
did you do?
and Michigan.
She said contact the headquarters in D.C. and see
Yep,
if we
in
can
DC.
do something.
Okay,
Yeah, so
thank
she,
you.
she, gave, she gave y'all the address, the phone number, and everyone to the
And then
national.
another thing that I can't, it was something, I had reached out to this missing children's, it's a federal group for missing children. And they spent me basically like, oh, we're not doing anything right now. It's no
What?
funding. So I guess it's current administration we have in the office.
Right.
It's going up this stuff too. And I was like, what you mean you don't have funding?
Wow. Wow. That's disheartening. That's disheartening. You know, and then and I'm calling out Annette and Shannon in all of this, but then I also have a problem with Lady because according to the stories that's out there, Lady was seen with NaZiyah the day before she supposedly went missing. So what is it that she knows?
Yeah, when I talked to her, she said she took her to get her hair done that night.
Mm.
And that was back when she first went missing, she told me. It was like that Saturday after NaZiyah went missing. She was telling me what happened, and so I don't know, but I wish she had come and
So
stand up for her baby.
did y'all hear? So did you have y'all heard anything in regards to from what I heard, and that came from extended family members, that Shannon and Jarvis was taking NaZiyah to the Travel-In Motel to turn tricks.
I've heard a lot, but that was the first I've ever heard of that. I don't know if it's true or not, but at this point, I don't anything can be true that's going around.
Yeah, that's my
Cause
head
like
been
we know a
spinning.
little bit, and then other people who was around them know a little bit, and then other people who was around, and all of it's around by all this sex trafficking, sex stuff. And I'm like, and that was one of my things with Shannon. These children are over sexualized. Something is going on. These children are over sexualized. Something is going on.
Wow.
She didn't want to hear it. She didn't want to believe it. So this is where we're at. Cause she could have stopped all this a long time ago.
Annette definitely could have stopped it.
Yep. Both of them could have stopped it because when I felt that Shannon wasn't, she wasn't upset when we were just when she was discussing it with me, she wasn't upset. So I'm like, well, do your mama know like what's going on? So I contacted her mother, and the first time I contacted her about Jarvis being a sex offender, she told me she don't get in her children's business. The second time I contacted her about the sexual abuse allegations, she told me we're handling it.
Wow. So Annette is in a position where she really don't give a damn.
I think yeah, she don't give a damn because she want to keep it quiet, swept
Yeah.
under the rug,
Everything
or
swept under the
don't
rug because
believe it's as serious as what it is, or
she want
I
to
don't
keep
know.
doing what she's doing the way that she's doing it, the only way she knows how to do it, and it's just going to continue going. That
Yeah,
cycle will never break.
that's what I've been telling Shannon for the longest. It's a generational curse. I didn't grow up with these issues in my household,
Mo
and that's
said that
probably the reason why, you know, when me working in the human services field, this is what we're taught. Contact CPS, contact the police, and then, the process, the investigation to go from there. I've never had any involvement with CPS myself as a child or with any of my children.
the information that Mo just gave you all with the FBI, she
Hmm.
said the administration that is now in place is 100% against trafficking.
Well, I hope so, because I'm going to call tomorrow and I'm going to email the Patel person.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm hoping that we get some action because I want a full investigation done into the situation to get all the way down to exactly what was going on. The bad part about it is we don't even know what everything that went on because there's
Right.
just so many different avenues. There's so much dysfunction, and they really don't think that it's nothing wrong with it. Like,
For us to be
Just keep
called
sharing your
ops.
story. Everybody that you reach out to, everything that you know, don't leave no stones unturned. Tell it all. Implicate Annette. Implicate Shannon. Let them know. Even let them know about Shannon taking that baby to the trafficking in a turn tricks. Tell it all. I would leave nothing out. Absolutely nothing.
everything
I
we
would
hear,
leave
we
nothing out.
reported. Even to this day, everything we hear, we still report it to the police. We still talk about it. We still try to look into it, investigate it as much as we can to our extent. I was hoping to get, a lawyer. But I had one lawyer that I'm waiting to hear back from. So hopefully he will be the one.
Yes, I mean, and this is heartbreaking, and all we want to do is find NaZiyah. That's
Yeah.
all we want,
Yep.
and
And
it's not it's not it's not nothing of the norm. It's not normal for like they said in the chat for the FBI to just drop a case
yeah, that's what we was like. Is
without
they still
knowing.
involved or they not involved? And one more thing, like as far as going to court, don't go to court and these children have to testify. Yeah, maybe the family should. People say, "Oh, the family should be there," but children are going to have to testify. I'm choosing not to go to court because I don't want to startle the children. My presence there, the children seeing me there and their mom over in the corner, that's gonna make
Wow.
them nervous, make them uncomfortable. Like, oh, should I say this or should I say that?
Right.
Don't go to court. These are kids that are testifying about traumatic things. I have not been to court since the preliminary. I was advised not to go to the courtroom. It's televised. What do I need to go to court for? I will be the court when it comes time for a verdict and sentencing. But
Hmm.
while the children are testifying, I'm not gonna go there and make them feel uncomfortable. It's already hard enough for them to speak, and then now all these strangers want to go to court.
Yeah.
I
But the
just don't
thing is, and
understand why.
even when children testify, like they did in the preliminary, when children testify, especially if they're minors, they make everybody step out of the courtroom, right?
Nope, they did not. Everybody stayed in the courtroom. They just didn't televise it on TV.
Oh wow.
Yep. Now, what's to say that doesn't change during the trial? But everyone was still in the courtroom when the child testified.
Wow.
They just wouldn't let her testimony be broadcast on television.
Wow.
I was hoping that they did the children's statements like in the judge's quarters with not in front of everybody. And these kids are already traumatized.
Well, I just encourage you. I encourage you, ladies, to just keep doing what you're doing. Reach as many people as you can, speaking your truth, seeking justice for NaZiyah. And no matter who you got to throw under the bus, if Shannon got to go down, let her go down. Annette got to go down, let her go down. But at the end of the day, you want justice for NaZiyah because we're in an era where sweeping shit under the rug. It's time for all that to go.
Yep.
Because you look at yourself, you're a parent. True enough, those people are related to you. You don't want your same bloodline. You don't want your children, your grandchildren, successful to that. No,
Nope.
that's inhumane.
Nope, not at all. I
My
want to
God.
stop.
But I'm here for you guys. I'm with you guys. And like I said, whatever information that you find out that's new and if something that's pertaining to the case that you feel that we could share and spread more awareness, you guys are more than welcome to come here whenever. And
Yep.
and I really believe, and like they're saying in the chat, Annette is too calm and collected with this shit. NaZiyah can't be the
Exactly.
first. NaZiyah can't be the first. She done this shit before.
Just unbothered. Even when the people was coming after her on the street, just unbothered.
This is horrible.
Yeah, it is.
So,
So
and
we hear
I wish
anything
you
on our
well.
meeting at the end
I'm
of the
gonna keep
month
y'all in my prayer.
or
I
these
know this is
emails?
hard. I know this is hard because it's
Yeah,
nothing that
it's
y'all can do.
stressful.
It's nothing that y'all can do. Y'all hands are tied, and y'all feel that nobody's listening.
And this
Well,
Nope.
been going on, Mocha, since the beginning. It's been this. This has been
It's
a
been like this
long.
for the beginning. It just got worse with social media. Then they try to talk about try to put your character down with them to make people not want to talk to you or listen
Right.
to you or believe you, and then you right back at square one again.
wow.
And that's been a
Well,
problem the whole time, Mocha. Nobody wanted to listen. Nobody wanted to believe us. That's where we started. That's when we started. That was the reason for we did our first interview. Not because we wanted to argue or go back and forth.
well, I'm
That was
here to tell
never the
you guys,
plan.
I believe you. I do believe you because from day one, your stories remain the same. They remain the same. So I have no reason not to believe you. But at this point, y'all on the right track
Yep.
to reaching out to certain people. And I encourage y'all not to give up. Keep going. Don't stop. Annette is not bothered by this. So let me ask this question, and that's a question that's in the chat right now. Do y'all think that's Janaya on that Instagram page?
No, I don't.
I don't
Okay.
either.
I didn't think it was
I
her
don't
either.
think it's her. First of all, why would she still even be able to get on the internet?
I thought it said she was in therapy. And
That's
if
what
she's
I
in
heard too,
therapy,
but I've been
if
told
she's in
multiple
therapy,
times.
there's no way she would be on the internet.
Exactly. I don't even think she's supposed to be on the internet due to the high profile of the trial. I think that it's one of these catfishers that's been
Hmm.
doing all this, like all this. It's just weird. I don't know if people doing it because they got something to do with it or they just ain't got nothing better to do. Trying to throw
Marquita
off the
said,
case.
Marquita said somebody stole her phone
I
or
don't
she
know if
lost
that's
the
true or
phone.
not, but you could what did I do with the phone? Blacklisted and it just go you can't get the information off of.
Well, one thing I can say this to be absolutely true is as far as Naziah's social medias and as far as her brother's social medias, Shannon has always been the one that knew how to get in and out of their social
Mm-hmm.
medias.
That's what I
And
She
know.
know the password
and
and
when
stuff.
it came about as far as the investigate when they were investigating the case and they were saying she went online and do this and that, we were like, no, that's Shannon.
Yeah,
She hasn't
that's
went
what they
online and
found
do
out.
anything, and
They
they
told us that
found
they
out
had saw somebody log into Naziah's um Instagram. So
from the
they thought that
house.
they finally got a hit to find Naziah. No,
Hmm.
it was Shannon.
It was Shannon.
I figured as much.
Just like when Bari ran away those times he did, her way of trying to get us in trouble and have the police surrounding houses and such was she went into his Instagram to track him.
Yep.
And from there, that's when
To see who
you
he was
know,
talking to through a messenger and stuff like that.
Oh
Or to
wow.
see who was sending him cash apps or
So it's Shannon that's posting a pic. I told y'all Shannon was sick. I told the chat that many days ago. Shannon is a monster. Just like those text messages that was read in that preliminary. Those were Shannon text messages.
Shannon is very good with the internet. When it comes to pages and multiple Facebooks, and when I say good, I don't mean like from the scale of you got a fake Facebook and this Facebook, you can go on and there's no pictures. No, I mean that she has had over time to look like this is Chrissy or this is Tamia or whoever, and you would absolutely believe that.
yeah,
Not
she
only
used the
that,
page and
but
lurk and build it up just like she a
and
person
build
that's
it
been
up.
on the internet
Because
Wow.
for
that's what she
years.
would do to stalk whatever situation she had with her. Now that much I knew. Whatever was going on with her and her Jarvis and his other women, that is what she did. But that is all I knew. That he was a cheater and pretty much a womanizer. Okay,
Wow.
as far as what her conversation was, and women called Shannon to tell her, you know, what had transpired with them and with Jarvis.
Hmm. And it's not easy to say that the police checked Shannon and Annette's phones because Shannon has several devices.
Yeah,
And she give up what she want to give up.
they checked a lot of devices.
Yeah, they
Um,
checked a lot of
and
devices.
including a device that she had in my name for years. I signed an affidavit for them
For
to
them to
get the
go through
subpoena.
go through those phones.
That's the reason why it took so long from February to the time Kim Worthy made her statement. Because it take when you subpoena those types of records from the cell phone company, it could take some time. And then after that, once they got them, they had to go through it. It's thousands and thousands and
And
thousands of text
thousands and
Right.
messages,
thousands.
data,
But we
and
know
pictures.
Shannon also had burner phones though, because that's where the text
Yeah,
now
probably
messages were
so.
coming from.
Yep, probably
Probably
so.
so.
But they have multiple, as you can see, it's multiple devices that
Yeah,
they
it's
got.
not just one device that they're bringing about as far as court is concerned. It's multiple. And again,
Devices.
we were like, no, she, because the numbers that they were called, that we had to give them those numbers. Look, 313, such and such and so and so. This number was called. I remember her calling us from this number, and they had to
Yep.
go track all those numbers
Her
and
mother gave them a
investigate
number
those.
that she
Her
could have
mother
possibly
gave
had.
her a phone because, again, her phones and devices were always taken from her because, quote unquote, inappropriate behavior. Right. So we went to the investigations about that. No, there was this device. She had devices. She had social medias. Okay, because when
Yep.
she would get in trouble and one device got taken, these kids, they know how to get on social media and make another uh Instagram or
Account somewhere
whatnot
else.
account. Yeah.
Or on somebody else's phone or at a friend's house or at a
and that's why
whatever.
the and that's why the police were back and forth with, okay, now we're investigating this device and this device along with Jarvis' device and this device, and they said this device, and they said the mother gave her this device. They were investigating all these devices.
Wow.
And we were just thinking like, oh, they looking for the devices because they trying to ping where she at. No, they was looking for the devices because they had stumbled on them so-called text messages that Shannon discovered out the
Hmm.
blue.
Hmm.
She said,
Mm-hmm.
I just ran over these text messages and I text Jarvis and said all of this. Well, no, she texts Ramon.
And she's never called him Ramon. Let's be clear.
That's his middle name. She has never called him Ramon. She always calls him Jarvis or Jay. And
Wow.
in those text messages, she specifically said, Ramon, I see what it is. I found the text messages between you and Tuda. And I'm like, well, why did she call him
Him
Ramon?
Ramon. We felt like it was cold talk. We took that to the we as soon as we saw that and felt that, anything we saw and felt, we went straight to the investigators about it.
Right.
Yep. As soon as we
So
saw that on
let me ask this question. Being that Shannon is so deeply involved in all of this, right? Do y'all believe or do y'all feel that Shannon shared a lot of this stuff with Marquita?
they shared
Absolutely.
everything from what I
They shared
understand.
everything.
That's what I thought. And I said it, Marquita's a liar. She knows.
Cause like they would get into, you know how, siblings get into it and stuff. But regardless of what they got into it about, they always gonna stick with each other.
Yeah, they sisters, they twins. And just like the first Facebook post that went up, the first person that reached out that started the war was Marquita. I mean, as far as the back and forth with Kenya on Facebook. Marquita, once Kenya got off the phone with Auntie Annette about it, did this happen? Annette, did that happen? Annette. Then once she told her
They attack
daughters what
Kenya.
happened, when she told her daughters what Kenya called her about, Marquita went on Facebook to check it and saying, "Be mad your business, word da 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 da," and it went on from there. And now
And
here
put
Right.
all of
Shannon
Kenya
is on
business on the
Facebook.
internet.
Then Kenya responded and said, "Well, it's pedophiles in the house." And that once Marquita and Shannon was eating at her on Facebook, that's when she went with her post and said, "You can't sweep it under the rug." And that was in 2020 two.
And
And that's
again,
how
again in
I believe,
2023.
right.
And
And
then
that's
they
how
did it
I
again
believe,
in
that's how I believe the
2023.
family drama started.
Yep.
With the post that Marquita made, and then Kenya came back and answered her, and then everybody business started getting in the street.
Yeah.
So Marquita
Yeah.
also said on that panel the other night and said she had an awesome childhood. So is that
Man,
true?
listen.
I really do believe that she believes that.
Yeah, we believe that they believe that. Absolutely.
Oh, Jesus. Oh,
Like I said,
Jesus. This is so, y'all, this is a mess. But I will continue to keep you ladies in prayer. And we want justice for NaZiyah. As much as y'all want it, we want it too. And again, like I said, whenever you guys feel like you want to come up and share something with YouTube, I'm here. You
Yeah,
guys
after
are
this
always
meeting,
welcome here.
MOCA, I'ma come back. Me and Kewana come back after we get this meeting. Hopefully we'll get some results. We were invited to Lansing, so
Okay. Yeah,
absolutely.
believe me, y'all are always welcome. My platform is always open for you guys.
We appreciate you. We really do.
Oh, no problem, no problem. And all we want to know is where that baby at.
yep,
And we're just
yep.
as invested as you all. We really are invested. This breaks my heart. I can't sleep half the time thinking about
Me
NaZiyah.
either. My health has not been good due to stress.
Mine either. I'm in a mess.
Well,
All right, y'all. I'm about to go ahead and finish
just
working.
keep doing what y'all doing. Just keep doing what y'all doing. Don't let up off the gas. Make shit shake. And go beyond Detroit. Go beyond Michigan because they're not in your favor. I promise
Yeah,
you they're
Right.
not.
and I
Right.
get that now because I'm like, don't nobody care,
Nobody
but I
cares
get it.
because they're all in it together.
Okay,
They're all in it together. And when y'all make contact with the FBI, please let us know what they say.
most definitely will.
We appreciate that. So thank you, ladies. Y'all have a
All right,
great night. The chat loves you all, and we appreciate you all coming up.
thank
Thanks,
you.
Mocha. We
Bye
Thank
bye.
appreciate
you.
you.
All right. Well, guys, y'all heard it once again. Y'all heard it once again. They do now understand that Detroit is not in their favor. The state of Michigan ain't even in their favor. So they have to move a little higher up because they're getting the same answers from the same people. So all of this means all these people is in it together. They're all in it together. And the only thing that I say when it comes to them, to Kewana and Jernelle, the only thing I say, and I'm gonna always say that, I respect the fact that they're trying, and I have to also respect the fact that because they're not NaZiyah's guardian, these people will not give them information. These people will not allow them to do A, B, C, nor D. You can report it, but you ain't getting no information. That's like reporting your next door neighbor that you see abusing a child. You can report it, but how much of a feedback you're gonna get from it? But we're here for NaZiyah. We are here for NaZiyah. And we're not gonna stop being here for NaZiyah. We're not gonna stop being here for NaZiyah. You know, they I try to keep my chat as respectful as I can. And the guy that was going back and forth with you all, I had him on the panel, so I couldn't stand to see the going back and forth. I don't know who it was, don't know where they came from, first time seeing them. So we eliminated the hoorah. I took the liberty and I took them out of here because we don't do that. Not here. We don't do that. Have a good night, Ashley. Thank you for stopping by, my love. So they're going to do what they do. They're going to reach out to the people that they know. They're going to keep doing what they're doing. And they said that once they reach out to certain people and get certain answers, they're going to come back and they're going to report to us what they know. But like they said, Marquita knows. She knows. She knows. My heart hurts tonight, as it hurts every night, because nobody's still got no closer to finding out what's really going on. Nobody's gotten no closer. And like we've discovered, the FBI, she was on the FBI list at one time, the Michigan list, but she's no longer on the Michigan FBI list. But she's posted everywhere else. Imagine that. She's posted on every other missing and exploited child website, but she comes down from the Michigan FBI list. That don't sound right. That don't sound right to me. And I hope they get the results that they need. I hope they get the results. And guys, I appreciate you all for your questions. I appreciate you all for your attentiveness. And I appreciate you all for keeping the chat going. Everybody don't come in here with the same energy that we have. Everybody don't come in here with the same purpose that we have. And when they come here, and they're not on the side of justice, and they're here with the hoorahs, mind y'all already know. Y'all don't have to wait on me. Y'all don't. But, you know, especially when someone gets out of pocket and starts arguing. We don't do that here. We don't do that here. Detroit ain't shit. Detroit is full of trafficking. Detroit is full of hiding. Detroit is full of failing our children. And we're not here for that. They're not, we're not here for that. We're here to help. We are here to help. We are here to uplift and encourage. And anything that we can do to help them along the way, that's what we're going to do. Because it's still justice for NaZiyah at the end of the day. Hey, Leisure Lady. Hey, Charlotte. At the end of the day, it still remains justice for NaZiyah. I don't have a dog in this family's mess. I don't have a fight in this family's drama. That ain't got shit to do with me. All I want to know is what direction is this family in when it comes to NaZiyah. That's it and that's all. That's it and that's all. I can respect those two ladies because of their efforts. And I'm going to always respect them because of their efforts. And I respect the chat even more because some things they had no clue of. Some things they had no idea how to go about. But because of you all being as stand up as you are, you helped them out. You helped them out. And that's what we're here to do. I'm not here to throw rocks nor stones at these ladies because they're doing their part. If you want to throw rocks and stones, throw them at Shannon. Throw them at Annette. Throw them at Marquita. The people that NaZiyah was under their roof. And as we know of today, they're doing absolutely nothing. So we're not going to sit up here and beat up a person that's trying. That's not what we're going to do. It's not what we're going to do. They're doing their part. They are doing their part. And whether them doing their part means that they have to come to us to guide them, we're going to be here to guide them. And those that's not willing to guide, and those that's not willing to offer sound advice, that means you're here for all the wrong reasons. You're here for all the wrong reasons. Because we can't do shit in Detroit over this internet. They are in Detroit. So if you're not here to help these people, maybe now is the time for you to bow down and not say nothing. Don't say nothing. Because I'd rather help a person than hurt any damn body. NaZiyah is their blood relative. We adopted NaZiyah. And I don't like what I see. The comments are hurtful. You think you're hurting them? No, you're hurting me. And you're hurting me because my passion goes far. And it's just as deep as Kewana and Jernelle. And if we give them the information that they need, they could take it and bring it where it needs to be. And I'm here for justice for NaZiyah. That's it, and that's all. To me, this is not a freak show. It's not a place for entertainment to where we could belittle anybody. I'm not here to belittle nobody. These people have a story to tell. And if they could tell the story, who are we to judge them? Exactly, Lady JJ. That's why lawyers are involved, to go through the red tape. All we want to know is where's NaZiyah. They don't know. We don't know. But if we come together, we can find out. I'm not here to point a finger. I want answers just like y'all want answers. And hopefully together we could get the answers. It's been a great live. It's been a great live. And once again, I want to thank each and every one of you for the super stickers, the super chats, the cash apps, the new memberships. I appreciate you all. I appreciate the respect to the panel guests. I appreciate you all. And I'm going to get up out of here. I love you all. Throw up prayers for NaZiyah. The day will come when we get the answers that we need. May not be what we want to hear, but we're going to get what we need. But just keep it respectful. Because those ladies have feelings too. They have feelings too. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say good night. I'm going to say I love you all. And we're getting up out of here. And I'll see you guys possibly tomorrow, same time. And we're going to take this conversation a little bit further. Good night.
Fuck the cover-ups, we ain't keeping quiet. This pain too loud, feel the mother's riot. NaZiyah ain't a hashtag, she was someone's baby. Now the courtroom stankin', the whole shit shady. Biohazard suits when the truth come out. They full of shit, yeah, we call it out. We don't need a trial, just bring the gavel. Cause the devil's in Detroit and it's time to unravel. 2 hours deep, truth spill like shots. MOCA lit the match, now the lies get hot. Nola bells riding, they don't fold, they press. While they fake on camera, we expose that mess. One said if that child stepped foot in court, better call the medics, bodies gon' contort. That's real pain, not a script or show. That's a war cry, scream from the soul below. They tried to deny her, cover their eyes, but call low clips and the silence dies. Boom. Keep it quiet. This pain too loud, feel the mother's riot. NaZiyah ain't a hashtag, she was someone's baby. Now the courtroom stinking, the whole shit shady. Biohazard suits when the truth come out. They full of shit, yeah, we call it out. We don't need a trial, just bring the gavel. Cause the devil's in Detroit and it's time to unravel. The church ain't shit, the statues ain't clean, and the law turn away like it ain't they seen. Nola bells on fire, and MOCA don't bend. They protecting every child till the very end. One voice said folks gon' lose they lunch. When NaZiyah walk in, better brace for the punch. It's hell in the system, truth in the street, and we ain't gon' stop till the mission complete. So, fuck the fakes and the crooked ass plot. We saving these someone's baby. Now the courtroom stankin', the whole shit shady. We are having suits when the truth come out. They full of shit, yeah, we call it out. We don't need a trial, just bring the gavel. Cause the devil's in Detroit and it's time to unravel. MOCA got receipts and the bells got vision. This ain't just talk, it's divine precision. They laugh on live, but the babies cry. So we loud as fuck till the whole truth fly. You can't play God when the blood on your hands. And we ain't backing down till we bury the scams. It's Detroit pain with a global echo. Every child we save is a blow to the devil. So stand with MOCA, ride with the bells. Cause silence in this war is a death knell.
Good night, everyone. God bless.